guys, so I figured out how to do fan fiction. It was so simple. Okay, so as you can see, I am going to read Suicidal, a Klance fan fiction. The author is Pidge underscore Gunson 1327. Uh, when you have other things going on in your house. Anyways, so let's read the little, uh, you know, the thing, the description. There, boom, got it. Yay. Lance meets Keith at a club in school, but he is prepared to save him. Can he save him, or is it just a matter of time? Period. Okay, so let's get into it. I laugh way too much. I have issues. the, the first day of school. Lance POV. With me being a confident Cuban boy, I was the president of a club. I guess you can say. Could say. This club was learning about space, a space theory ECT. Stuff like space theories, what's going on with space, hooligans, whatever is in the space thing, in this space. Whatever you want to call it. And the only thing that was important to being the president of the club was waking up early in the morning to set up the chairs. Oh, I'm pausing even though there's no pause. I know, right? I was so important. But nonetheless, I would still go in and set the metal chairs each chilly, dark morning. That must suck. I was dedicated. But even though I was alone setting up the chairs, I felt important until one day. Period. This boy with a dark black mullet, stormy purple eyes, and a pale white skin came in at 7:30 in the morning, just sitting there on the desk. 7:30 in the morning isn't that early. Like 5 o'clock in the morning, going to school and setting up the chairs, that's early. It looked like he was on his phone or maybe reading a book, but I wasn't about to stare at this guy. So instead, I walked up to him and sat down next to him on the cold wooden desk. He looked up. He went whoosh. He looked up, but I didn't know him too well. Actually, I'd never seen him in my life, but I still talk to him. See, you that confident person talking to strangers. Stranger danger. Anyways, hey, my name's Lance McLean. I'm the president of this club. May I ask, are you alright? I asked purely caring about if he was okay. Oh, yeah, I'm fine. It's Keith, by the way. I guess if you are waking up and coming here really early, being president must be great, huh? He chuckled out. Never laugh at a president, even if it's the school president, You gotta be nice, courteous, man. Okay, where was I? He chuckled out, but it was obvious that he wasn't very cheerful. Yeah, I smiled back at him. Period. I have problems. Anyways, back to the story. I'll help you with the chairs. I mean, what else have I got to do? We're both just sitting waiting for life to end, second by second. Maybe I'm just a bit grumpy considering it's early in the morning. Sorry, Keith blabbed out. Hey! We all get like that. I said, smiling, and he nodded, sitting up the chairs with me. Boy, he just like passed over him saying, we are both just sitting here waiting for life to end second by second. Like, I would have emphasized on that. I would have been like, are you okay? You just said we're both sitting here for life to end. No, I'm sitting here to get you off the table. Dude, he obviously has problems. If he says we're waiting for life to end second by second, he needs a therapist. That's what he needs. Sorry. I'm sorry. My blabbering is out of control. We were all done with the chairs and both looked at each other and at the time. 8 o'clock. We had another half hour, so we sat and chattered. Talking about gay. What was that? About normal things. We got on the topic of girls, but he didn't seem that interested. If he doesn't seem interested, that means he's definitely gay. But he still listened to me. You weird boy. I never really liked the hairstyle. Mullet? The hairstyle. A mullet? It doesn't say a mullet, it just says mullet. It's like, But he really did suit it. Black leather jacket. Okay. You are not as I'm going to say this wrong. Introverted as the other emo kids in school. It's good. I smiled. You just called him an emo and you smile at him? Wow. I would have been like, emo. And then walked on. Because I do not want to see his death glare. Well, we are not as selfish and don't show off as much as everyone like you. See, that's why I would have walked away. Most kids would show off them being president of the club and their legs and everything. Them being confident and all, Keith said, and he'd obviously had some sort of experience because for how much he knew of this stuff. Okay, so this person, she's like, Ruth. But I'm like, I don't understand this. Why did you put this? And I'm like, if you look at it backwards, it's 4. So that makes sense. Yeah, some people are just really crappy. Some people are really crappy. Really? That's the best word you got? Well, I'm actually reading writing fanfiction. Period. But like, this is good. But mine looks like a hurricane hit it. But anyways, back to this. I said, then Keith pulled out 2 biscuits and asked if I wanted one, and he gave one to me. Then a note fell out. Have a nice day, Shiro. The space dad or brother to Lance. Keith, brother to Keith. Names are so hard. Keep on shipping Klance, and then Keith and Lance are like other people that I'm like, I don't know anymore. Oh, is that it? Oh, it's just my brother, Takashi Shiragun. Or just Shiro. He is like a dad to me, really, because my parents left us when we were little. Itty bitty. Keith said, smiling at the note. He actually smiled for once in his lifetime. Cough, cough. I have siblings too, 2 brothers, Marco and Louise, and 1 sister, Veronica, but we call her Ronnie. Ronnie the honey. Okay. I have issues. I smiled, talking about my siblings. They can be a hassle at sometimes, but I love them. I just like that and just like that, the bell rang and people were swimming in from the door, and Keith sat down. Ha! If you guys like the YouTuber matpad, you will most likely know the story. I don't know the story, so I don't know. But no spoilers because Lance doesn't watch matpad, period, and she won't know. Only Lance will understand, period. But on a serious note, this book based on a real story. Matt Pad and his friend's story. I am not going to say I made the story line up because I didn't, sadly, because unfortunately it's based on a true story. Okay, so I'm going to give credit from 4 page underscore Gunson 1327 because she uploaded they uploaded the thingy. They uploaded the story. But I will also give credit to MatPad. I'm going to put these people down in this description. Okay, how much time? Oh, that has been 11 minutes. Okay, so not screwing off anymore. Friends till the end. Okay, I have serious problems. Keith was Keith was mind blowing to me. How does he have so many long sleeve black jumpers? But actually, he would never hang out with anyone. The emptiness in his eyes would sparkle, and he would never talk. I mean, I couldn't go a minute without talking. Yeah, well, he probably has long black sleeve jumpers because he cuts himself if little boy's depressed. Okay. 2, dude's an emo, so he could go 1 week without talking to people. But he did. It felt like he was in pain, isolated, but you have Lance, so get along. We had been talking for ages, sitting together at lunch, hanging out early in the club at school, hanging out at break. How would he tell me something was up, right? Right? He would tell me if something was up, right? Right? Friday, 7:30, he was there, like always. I smiled at him, looked up. Oh, I smiled. He looked up from his phone, listening to his music. Hey, what are you... Yeah. What you listening to? Anyways, I asked, sitting next to him and snatching one of his earbuds. You probably won't like it. My Chemical Romance. I wasn't as emo as he, so I didn't know what song. Wow, you are so emo, Mullet. I chuckled and he replied with a nod and nod that read, I know. He got up and helped me with the chairs, and I finally asked, why do you always wear black long sleeve jumpers? Heck, it's summer, Keith. You were going to overheat. I have issues. I have problems, but I'm okay. I'm making videos for people. If they watch it, they're gonna like it. I'm crying now. This is what I do to myself. Okay, this is also really sad. This is a really sad story. Okay. I asked, but he seemed like a kind of nervous to answer. Well, my crying abilities are at 100%. I just do. You know, I'm emo. Keith awkwardly smiled. Like, I'll give that awkward laugh. Go, yeah. Why not a black short sleeve t-shirt? It's not even. It can even make be a My Chemical Romance one. I'll buy it for you. Don't you if you don't have one. Me stuttering, man. Me stuttering. I said, but he seemed to be getting annoyed, wanting to get off the topic of what he wore. See, I told you, if he's scared of wearing short sleeve shirts, then I'll be. So, wear long gloves that are like elbow gloves, you know? Period. Like, on God's Life, there's like those long ones that are scar based on. But yeah, I just don't. Why do you always wear blue? Oh yeah, it's your favorite color. Well, black and red are my favorite color. Kid snap. He went whoop and walked out. We were in a conversation and you walked out on me? Really? And at that moment, I couldn't understand why he was so sensitive on the clothing topic, but I didn't chase after him. I thought he needed space. I thought it was just the heat. I thought, I thought, period. So I continue setting up the majority of metal cold chairs left. Okay, guys, if I'm saying period, I'm not trying to be rude. Okay, it's just like my grammar. My grammar is making like a lot of people keep on saying period and they're around me, so I repeat what other people say. I'm like little children, you know, if you say a bad word, they're gonna repeat it and they're gonna keep it for the rest of their life. So if someone says like grody or period over and over again, I'm gonna start saying grody or period. Grody means gross, by the way. Why was he so confusing? Why couldn't I just get him off my mind? He, him, Keith, mullet, emo. What was the matter with him? He still hadn't come back, and I had been getting worried when I was doing theories on space in front of people, dis, dis, discuss, discussing them. But he was in class. He arrived. Hey, are you okay? I whispered during class. That's when we got our test backs. I got a C, I said, disappointed in my grade. What did you get? What do you think? I'm thinking either an F, a D, or an A. Keith said, annoying and disappointed in himself. He handed me the paper with a big red F. Oh. You might not be good in chemistry, but you good at art. You got an A in that, I said, trying to light the mood. He said, taking his paper bag. I didn't know what was up. Ask him. I didn't know why he was sad. I didn't know why he was acting strange. I didn't know why he had gone worked up over clothing earlier. Oh, this isn't the same day. I thought it was like the next day after, like weeks upon weeks, you know. Anyways, I didn't know why he had emptiness and no emotions in his eyes. I didn't know, but I wanted to know, but I didn't know. That kind of sounds like a poem. That is a beautiful poem. Keith, I said. Yeah, he answered. Still looking forward in his gaze, looking away from me but still listening. Are you okay? You've been acting? Yeah, there's a short video, and yeah. You've been acting weird since we first met. That was 2 months ago. Dang! See, you don't give me the specifics, so I'm guessing it's been like a week maybe since I met, but like 2 months? Wow. Anyways, I asked, and he snapped out of his gaze, looking directly at me. He will. Huh? What do you mean? He asked, staring in my eyes. You constantly look, well, empty, emotionless, sad. I just wanted to know if you were okay. Just nothing. I'm fine, he said, smiling weakly. Right, I said, as he shoved the question away, isolating himself from happiness, from my question. But I had to shrug it off. So I did. I shrugged it off. I shrugged it off. He was okay, right? Right? In the end, it was okay. He was okay. I was okay. Everyone was great, right? Well, that is that is what I thought. Hello. So this is also the author. No. Anyways. So yeah. Next chapter is going to be in Keith's POV but after this, you'll understand when you read this, and don't worry, Klance will come soon. Don't worry. Also, if you ever feel sad or anything, like, message on here, because I'll try and help. I'll try my best. I always do. Thanks for your support. It's like down there. Okay, I'm going to pause it so no one. Okay, so I'm back with this. I paused it for the video, so y'all didn't see the video. So yeah, I'm moving location. I was sitting in my bedroom, now I'm sitting on a couch. Getting to sit on a couch. Okay, why? Okay, so it doesn't say Keith's Potter. Hey, just so you know, I know what I'm doing with this story, and I forgot it's in Lance Potter POV, so Keith won't have his POV in this. Okay. So it's going back to Lance and not Keith. The next day had arrived, and I finally got to see Keith again. Yay! 7:30, like always, sitting on the desk listening to music like always. So I had sat next to him, and he moved over. Sorry. So this must be Monday, because last time we checked, it was like Friday, 7:30 in the morning. But yeah. But he seemed off, more empty, more sad, more of whatever he had been feeling for months now. But I had enough of being lied to. So I asked again, for what seemed like a million times this week. Hey Keith, are you okay? Then I saw cuts on his arms and held his hand up. Keith, what is this? I said, kind of snapping at him, and I'm not sure. Anger, fear, care, love. But I definitely cared for this boy and how he was feeling, Like people caring for people. It's nothing, just my cat. You never said anything about a cat, for one. So, Keith said, pulling his hand down with a little too much force and wincing at as he broke the skin of off a healing cut that was now bleeding out. He winced a little but seemed to ignore it like the pain was nothing. Keith, tell me the truth. You don't have a cat. I know that. You have a dog. I know. I kind of was still holding his arm. I don't remember, but I was definitely bandaging the cut. Yeah, it was my friends. They are, like, my family, Keith said it awkwardly. And who? I asked worriedly. It doesn't matter, Keith answered, denying the question, shoving it away. It does. I'm beginning to think. Think what? People always think things, but most of the time they are wrong. Assumptions, rumors, I bet you spread them about me, Keith said angrily, but fading into sadness until he broke down, sitting down and covering his palm, his pale face, letting tears fall down his cheeks, letting small sobs slip out. Keith, I said that too angrily. Keith, what's wrong? I asked, wrapping my arms around him. I'm not worth your time. Don't bother, don't pretend like you care, he said, sobbing between words, leaning into my chest, into my arms. Keith, I do care. In fact, period. This is when Klance comes to shop. Shalora and Laura out the way. Laura, I'm saying that is Lance X Alora, but I don't know. Period. In fact, I think I love you, I said, running my fingers through his raven black hair. You do? He asked. I do too. He continued looking up at me as I kissed him. Period. I pulled back a bit and said, and smiled. And for one of the first times, he smiled back. The chairs were already set, and I needed to think why he was acting like this. So upset, depressed, empty, doubting himself. I got this. You want to tell me why you were so upset? Why there is cut on your arms? I know why, but why did you do that to yourself? You were beautiful. You know that, right? I said, raking my fingers through his hair while he laid his head on my shoulder. Year 6 and year 7. The kids bullied me for being gay and emo, and yeah. So he doesn't like the term emo if he got bullied because of it. In year 6, I wanted to die. Oh, I said that too excitingly. In year 6, I wanted to die, but waited until year 7 for it to get better, but it didn't. But I didn't have the confidence to end it. They all called me worthless, nothing, slut. They tell me to die and that no one cared about me. They'd call me fat and ugly, and soon I believed it. I took this with me to year 8 as well, and here we are, in my boyfriend's arms. He said, blushing, then looking horrified in what he just said. I'm so sorry. I just assumed. I hate myself. Bro, if I was Lance right now and he called me his boyfriend, I would have been so excited. He said, mumbling at the last bit, but I heard. Shoot, I'm sorry. But I heard. He heard. He thought I heard. But I didn't think. I thought he was amazing. I like calling you my boyfriend. It's nice. Then can we date? He said, smiling at the deep crimson blush sparkling across his face. Of course, I said, admiring him and his blush. I told you. Okay, so I'm gonna end it here. I'm going to end it here.